I'm going to read an excerpt from Marilyn Frye's essay, The Politics of Reality, Essays in Feminist Theory. She says, to say that straight men are heterosexual is only to say that they engage in sex with the other sex, i.e. women. All or almost all of which pertains to love, most straight men reserve exclusively for other men. The people whom they admire, respect, adore, revere, honor, whom they imitate, idolize, and form profound attachments to, whom they are willing to teach, and from whom they are willing to learn, and whose respect, admiration, recognition, honor, reverence, and love they desire, those are other men. In their relations with women, what passes for respect is kindness, generosity, or parentalism. What passes for honor is removal to the pedestal. From women, they want devotion, service, and sex. Heterosexual male culture is homoerotic. It is man-loving. This really sat with me and provided words for lots of things that I was thinking about. And just the performance of masculinity and how that's all it is a performance. It lacks depth. It lacks humanity. It's just characters and ideas personified. There's lots of costumes of masculinity, and there's lots of versions. But that's all they are at the end of the day is costumes. We got the blue-collar guy, we got the white-collar guy, we got the intellectual, we got the anti-intellectual, we got the natural guy, we got the gangster, we got the roadman, the gym guy, the buff guy, and the list just goes on and on. They're all just performances of the same thing. Masculinity, anything that isn't feminine, it's just performance of anti-femininity. Even when they do perform femininity, it's for the admiration of other men and the approval of other men. Hetero men participate lots in gender-affirming care. They're like the biggest recipients of gender-affirming care. So it always amazes me when they don't understand gender-affirming care when it comes to trans folk, but straight men are the biggest gender-affirming care people there are. From the cars they drive, they have to drive a certain car. You can't drive a car too feminine, too small. If you're in a too small car, you're not a man. The clothes they wear, the cars they drive, the job they have, how they treat their wife, how they work around the house, if they do housework, facial hair, haircut, eyebrow shape. If they go and get a hair transplant, that's gender-affirming care. If they don't wash the dishes, that's gender-affirming care. If they try to get taller, that's gender-affirming care. If they try to get muscles, it's gender-affirming care. Like everything straight men do from the time they wake up and the time they go to bed is gender-affirming care. And reinforcing the mask and this armor of masculinity. And the thing is with masculinity is that lots of the sort of performative archetypes of masculinity, like the tortured pretty boy. I was just reading this Instagram post about the tortured pretty boy, and what it is it's like a guise and a trick. It's like masculinity with the promise of femininity, aka emotions. So since emotions align with femininity, I'm just going to call it femininity in this case. Keep in mind, emotions line up with femininity, and men claim to be non-emotional, but men are the most emotional people on earth. They're the ones that are gonna fly to the comment sections to get their emotions out because the videos triggered them to feel something, so they take that energy and go to the comment section. I feel like men forget that anger is an emotion. Anger is an emotion. That's to all men out there. Anger is an emotion, along with sadness. I feel like sadness is I feel like anger is the masculine version of sadness. Lots of performative men is that it's the illusion of a promise of femininity, the promise for emotions and the promise for some depth, but it's an illusion. And when you get past the facade, you realize that there's not much depth to those men that try to do that archetype and have that going on. And it's just a trick. It's kind of like a predator trick. It's like make the women feel safe. List off all these things that they like to hear and show them certain things, and then at the end of the day there's nothing there. They're still just a man. They're still just a hetero man performing masculinity and reinforcing their ego, and that makes them dangerous because masculinity is just anti-femininity and anti-gayness, but gayness is femininity, so they're kind of just the same thing. And if something can only exist because it's trying not to be something else, then that thing doesn't hold any foundation. Because if that other thing wasn't there, then what would masculinity be? If masculinity didn't have femininity, what would masculinity be? It would be nothing. It would cease to exist.